an individual that has sickle cell trait and then someone that has a normal hemoglobin, then it's basically 50-50. Every child that they have, 50% chance the child will have the trait, 50% chance the child would have a normal hemoglobin, which means they just don't have sickle cell disease or the trait. Then if you have two individuals that both have sickle cell trait, that's when you have a chance of having a child with sickle cell disease. But then you actually have a higher percentage of two individuals with sickle cell trait having sickle cell trait. So that percentage is 50% chance, and then you have a 25% chance they can have a child with the trait as they do. But then the other 25% chance would mean that they would have a normal hemoglobin. So it is possible for two individuals with sickle cell trait to have a child that does not have the disease or the trait.
What medical problems are caused by sickle cell disease?
So there are a lot of complications affiliated with sickle cell disease, and because it's a very individualized disease, some individuals may experience some complications and others may not. The major complication is what they call a pain crisis or a pain episode. And that just goes back to that red blood cell, that if, from dehydration, overexertion, sometimes in high altitudes, or just a multitude of complications can cause an individual with sickle cell disease to have a pain crisis. And that's just, again, where those red blood cells have had a decrease in oxygen, so now they're shaped sort of like a sickle or a half moon. And then they become sticky and clump together and cause a pain crisis to wherever that happens throughout the body.
What should future parents know about the disease?
So the most important thing is to know your status. So to know what your hemoglobin type is, because again, everybody has a hemoglobin type, but you get your individual type from your parents. So you're going to get one gene from one parent and one gene from the other parent. So first, it's important for you to know your parents' hemoglobin status, but then also from that, know yours. And if you were born prior to 1980, then you probably should be screened if you were never informed whether your hemoglobin type was normal or abnormal. But also know your partner's status. So it's very important to both know your hemoglobin type, so that you know your chances and what you can pass down genetically to your children.
All right, that's all my questions for you. Yeah.
Well, thank you, and good luck on your project. I hope you get an A.